back, everyone, to our 1132 Kids preschool Bible lessons, where we get to explore the Bible and learn amazing stories about people and events that can help us in our lives today. If you've watched our last two videos, then you know that we are in a series called Waymakers. Now, Waymakers are people in the Bible who came before God sent Jesus to earth for us. The Waymakers we're talking about have incredible life stories, and their stories give us a closer look into the life of Jesus. It may be a little tough to understand right now, but let me explain. The Waymaker we're talking about today is Jonah. Now, Jonah's life shows us the power of redemption. Let's dive into his story.
Hey everyone, my name is Joe, and this is a story about the life of Jonah. Jonah was a man of God and loved the Lord all his life. One day, his life got pretty interesting when God asked him to do something big. God asked Jonah to go to a town called Nineveh and point the people back to God. You see, Nineveh was a town filled with people who either didn't know God or didn't care about him. These people were the meanest, rudest, scariest people around. But not to God. In God's eyes, these were ordinary people who were lost and needed some direction. He wanted to use Jonah to give that to them. Jonah was terrified to face the people of Nineveh. He knew how mean and hateful they were, and he did not want to do what God asked of him. He acted out of his fear and decided to run away. He did the best that he could to get away from the voice of God. He took a ship to sail across the sea away from him. He got thrown into the ocean. He even got swallowed by a fish and stayed there for 3 days. There was nowhere that he could go that God couldn't see him. After doing his best to run away, Jonah finally realized that he could trust God and God's direction. So he did what God had asked. He traveled to the mean people in the town of Nineveh, and he told them that the way that they were acting was wicked, and it made God sad to see them living in such a horrible way. If they kept living in this bad way, then God would completely erase their town of Nineveh. The people listened to Jonah and understood what they were doing was wrong. The people turned away from their wicked ways and believed God. This is what God wanted. Because Jonah told them the word of the Lord, God saved the town of Nineveh, and it became a wonderful place full of people who worshiped the Lord. The town that was once lost was redeemed by the Lord because of the message from Jonah.
Oh man, Jonah's life was definitely interesting, to say the least. He had the strangest things happen to him. I am so glad that he finally made the decision to listen to God and to tell the people of Nineveh to live righteously. Who knows what would have happened to them if Jonah had never told them what they needed to hear? They probably would have been sad for the rest of their lives if they had continued to live so mean. Thankfully, they were able to hear the truth and be redeemed by God. Now, let's talk about how that points us to the life of Jesus. Jesus was called by God to preach the truth to people like you and me. Apart from Jesus, we would not know a happier way to live. If we didn't know God, we would probably be a little mean too. God knew that his people weren't choosing to be mean, they just didn't know the truth. And that is one of the reasons why God sent Jesus to us, to tell us the truth and to believe in him, that whoever believes in him will be saved. Just like the people of Nineveh were redeemed, so were we when we chose to believe in Jesus. Jonah's life teaches us that we are saved by grace through faith, and to whoever whoever believes will be saved. I love Jonah's story, and I am so thankful that he can point us to Jesus, but we're not done with this series yet. Next week, we have one more Waymaker, so make sure you tune in, and before you go, let's memorize with Mel.
Hi guys, welcome to Memorizing with Mel. Who's been having fun learning Matthew 11:10? Awesome. Well, if you guys don't remember, I'll tell you what Matthew 11:10 is, and that is, I am sending my messenger ahead of you, and he will prepare your way before you. Now, do you guys think you can do it with me? Can we stand on up? Can we wiggle our hands? Can we wiggle our bodies? Oh, you guys are great wigglers. Okay, so who's ready to do the message with me? On a count of 3, we'll do it all together. 1, 2, 3. I am sending my messenger ahead of you, and he will prepare your way before you. Great job. Let's do it one more time. I am sending my messenger ahead of you, and he will prepare your way before you. You guys are doing such a good job. I'm so glad you're learning with me, and I can't wait to see you guys next week.